President Obama said that America's addiction to painkillers is as great a threat as terrorism. Each day, 78 Americans die from overdoses of opioids, which include prescription drugs and heroin.
22-year-old female, breathing unconscious.
6 minutes. That's the goal in Plymouth, Massachusetts. 6 minutes for EMTs to get a call about an opioid overdose and get the victim breathing again. 25 people here died from heroin overdoses last year. Across the country, opioid deaths, whether caused by pain pills or heroin, jumped 372% from 2000 to 2014.
He was such a funny little kid, loved to play jokes on everyone. Just always busy, very, very athletic. He was in his senior year of high school, going to play his last season of lacrosse when the accident happened. The first responders thought there would be at least one death. He had the broken femur and all the right orbital bones, even the orbital shelf where the eye sits, were all destroyed. He was in the hospital for 5 days. He was on oxycodone and Roxicet. At first, I never even thought of addiction. I thought my kid has serious injuries and the doctors say he needs this, so he needs it. It was, I believe, the following March when Dan came to me in tears and explaining that he was addicted. He had actually been in detox twice before he went to heroin. I prayed and prayed for him to get better, but I've also prayed at times that, I said, God, if you're going to take him, please take him now.
Big turnout and big applause to see Governor Charlie Baker sign the opioid bill into law at the Massachusetts State House.
You will not see a more comprehensive, a more thoughtful, a more game-changing piece of legislation in this entire country.
It breaks my heart to think that every day, 4 kids are dying in the state of Massachusetts.
I didn't run for governor to work on the opioid crisis. I just heard about it everywhere I went.
We're talking about the state's 4 medical schools. Today, the schools are expected to announce a new initiative to help stop addiction before it starts.
I'm glad the medical community has recognized that they need to be part of the solution here. I'm thrilled the medical schools have jumped in and the dental schools have jumped in to help as well. But 2015 was still a terrible year for this issue in Massachusetts, and if we didn't have Narcan, I can't imagine how many people would die.
We recognize that we own part of this problem, that the supply of prescription opioids out there in the community is a significant part of the problem.
If I feel the meds wearing off, it gets to 7, 8.
I'm really grateful for the chance to have this training before I graduate. I think it's so important that medical education evolve and adapt to the problems that are happening in the communities that we'll go on to serve.
Ran into some old friends and...
We have a series of high-fidelity simulations. We have patient actors who work through live scenarios where the students have to evaluate and treat their pain, identify patients at risk, manage patients with overdose, manage patients with substance use disorders.
I think it's really a fine line that I'll have to walk between not wanting to leave someone in pain, but also not wanting to perpetuate a really dangerous problem.
I think we're the national model here at UMass, both in the type of education that we're doing for opioid safe prescribing, and in the fact that we're doing this collaboratively among the 4 medical schools, responding to our community. We're responding to a crisis in our community.
He is now sober for 132 days, which is, it's amazing because he has, gotten sober before. I'm so proud that, I don't know that I have a right to be proud of UMass Medical School, but I am, as a mother whose son is fighting addiction every day.